Hey there everyone, and welcome to back to King's Road. There was a skill rune which was released for the teleport skill, one of my favourite skills on the wizard class, that increased our move speed and all other good things. So I wanted to do a bit of a video about it. This is the rune itself. I've got mine up to legendary quality, and as you can see, it increases my move speed by 45% for 4 seconds after I use the skill. Now, just to quickly go through the stats of this move speed at the end will add to your wizard's stats as long as you have this rune equipped. You don't have to have the teleport skill on your hotbar at the bottom. And yeah, so the move speed stats come in the artifact quality. Level 1 is 0.5, level 2 is 1, level 3 is 1.5, level 4 2.25, and level 5 obviously 3%. So that's where they come. The move speed and seconds that it lasts for increases each evolution. You can see here this is the one for legendary and artifact. At artifact level 1, it's instantly got those. So yeah, brilliant skill rune. One of the ones which I'm definitely going to max just for those move speed stats, which help in both combat and in farming. So right now I'm doing evolution material farming. You can see here I'm getting pepperstone and stone powder, and then I've got a ton of jewels from it. So right now my move speed stat is 115%. That's just all my move speed stuff thrown on, like this medal, and yeah, I've got some old items as well. So yeah, when I use this, use Fireblink, I actually got up to 160% move speed, which is amazing. So I want to talk about farming with it a little bit, just before I actually do gold farming videos, because obviously I'm only using it, but the air effect hit is a little bit tricky to hit. You see, if you target an enemy, it's not going to properly hit. Okay, that time it did, but yeah, if you target on an enemy, the air effect will actually hit ahead of where you're landing. So I'm just going to quickly show how you hit with it. It's not really that important because you're going to be using flame armor. Like flame armor will be hitting as soon as you land from the teleport anyway. But I think it's important just to look at it, just so you know where it's hitting, and it may come in some use. I have to see. So you want to teleport just before, and then it goes off. My teleport, for whatever reason, didn't quite put me where it is, but you can see I hit before, and then it hits them all. That's the aiming of it, and I'll just do it one more time, and then I'm going to show actually what I'm doing here right now, or talk about what I'm doing here right now. So let's get back in this map again. Executioner Camp. This one's the best one for evolution material farming, but I'll get into that in a second. So yeah, run up here, teleport. If you teleport to the first enemy, it will get them, and then here I go just before where they are. Actually, I hit the first enemy again, and yeah, that kills them all. So that's the kind of aiming. It does a little circle where you land, and it's actually kind of, if you imagine where the end of that circle will end, that's where the circle actually starts. So yeah, what I'm doing right now is evolution material farming on normal difficulty of Executioner Camp. This is the shortest map in the game, and as you can see, I can brace through it very quickly. Fireblink helps a lot. I remember it was 11 seconds before Fireblink, so it's probably slightly less than that. And returning to town, it's much quicker if you hit that button in the top left and then click yes, because you can do that by about the time the end level appears. And if you click the end level, then it comes up with the little screen that takes a while to appear anyway. So that's a little tip for any farming at all. You want to try and do that first. So I try and hit that button in the top left. That will serve you much better than hitting end level. Otherwise, I wanted to give a few other tips, like on inventory management and yeah, pretty much in inventory management. So right now, well, I say right now, tentatively forever, dragons are going to be dropping items which you can share in parties. And yeah, right now they're dropping skill rune fragments, which I'll show you where I store mine, because skill runes can be equipped and fused from the vault now. So rather than them completely filling up all your inventory, you should put them in the vault, and you should keep fragments in your inventory. That being because when you pick up fragments from drag and drops, it's such a pain if they fill up your inventory like this one's doing right now. So I had to put on to charge. Like these jewels are doing right now, they just fill up your inventory and then you have to like click them to put them into your vault. So what I've done here is I've made a few pages, if I get to them, a few pages for skill rune fragments. So these are my wizard ones, then I've got some archer ones and knight ones. That's how I'm choosing to do it, and then I have the skill runes in here. And if we take, for example, I've got Fireblast, Nature Ball, Frozen Sphere, Shadow Ball in there. If I now go to the skills menu by pressing S, I can actually equip Fireblast, Nature Ball, Frozen Sphere, Shadow Ball. They're all here, and yeah, you can equip them, fuse them, all that kind of stuff. It will put the unequipped one straight into the vault. So yeah, I highly recommend you put the skill runes in the vault and keep the skill fragments in your inventory. Other than that, actually just to say about the evolution material farming, when you're in here, I would highly recommend not picking up the reward box. If you notice that already, I don't pick it up. I pick up the jewels and I pick up the evolution materials. That is the best way to farm this. And right now I don't need those mushrooms because I've got hundreds. So yeah, all I'm picking up is pepperstone, stone powder and jewels. And this is actually one of the fastest ways to get jewels, if not the fastest. So yeah, it's great for that too. Anyway, that's pretty much all I was going to say for this one. Like I said, I'll be using Fireblink in my gold farming tutorials, and not everyone will have it maxed and stuff. I'll be doing a no skill runes run as well, but as you can see with my farming setup, I kind of race through stuff. I haven't done Inner Circle yet, or Adamar's Dungeon, but on Adamar's Sanctum I can hit about 35 seconds, which is much better than my 45 seconds that I was doing before, and I'm only skipping a couple of barrels that I was killing before, so it is amazing for farming, and if you don't have it, make sure you pick it up. It's currently from drag and drop, so you can get it from there, and otherwise, if you get, in the challenge section of the achievements, if you get Ignis to level 31, and you're a wizard at the time, you get it there. So pick it up, make it artifact, and have a lot of fun with it. One of the best skill runes that's out there, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. The last couple of tips I want to mention are with flame armor. I recommend that you only keep it at superior level 10 quality. That's because through the epic qualities, it takes a lot of fusion experience, and also you've got to throw in that 32 rune dust, which is quite expensive. So what I recommend is getting it to superior level 10, which gives a decent damage output, and then you focus on your fire stat. You can see here I've got 61.77%, which is pretty damn high, and my damage is about 1,700 with each tick of flame armor. I haven't got an exact number yet, but I think enemies on champion have about 1,800 health. That's not the smallest enemy, but the sort of medium enemy. So as a kind of like aim for you all to do, I reckon about 70% or just over fire damage will be your sort of end game maximum fire damage that you want for hitting flame armor in champion maps. In parties, I think they'll have slightly more health, so you might want to go a little bit further, but that's your kind of end game goal. So a great way to get that is in the skill here, fire damage. It's unlocked very early on. You can see I've got mine at 10, but you could push that up to probably about 15 quite easily and get a lot of fire damage there. So that's it that I want to say. Oh, actually, one more thing. Stun times in PvP, they're quite varied, and I was a little bit wrong with some of them when I mentioned them before. So just to say, the one from Shadowburn or Thunderbolt here, that's 1.5 seconds. I thought it was about 1, but yeah, it's actually 1.5. And here from Dust Devils, it's 1 second, and but actually from Deluge it's 1.5 seconds. So I was using that for a while, and it's actually only a 1 second stun, which isn't great at all. So I've now switched to using Shadowburn. That's what I'm trying to use for at the moment. And then otherwise, Burst of Light, they've actually buffed. The normal burst skill has a 2 seconds stun, but Burst of Light has 2.5 seconds, which is huge. And one of the big differences between Polymorph and Burst of Light is I was picking Polymorph for the 3 seconds, when actually Burst of Light is nearly as much. So I would much rather these faster cooldown and bigger area of effect of Burst of Light. That's probably a very viable skill. I haven't used it yet, but I do reckon it's a very, very good skill for PvP. And otherwise, Fireblink, as we were talking about this earlier, this is actually really useful in PvP for the reason that you can teleport. Say this. Okay, hold still. This guy over here is the enemy. So we're out of range. Then I'm just going to get Shadowburn up. You teleport over here, charge in Shadowburn. He will not see that coming, and believe me, there are so many archers who got very, very annoyed at me for doing this, because I'd see they're over there. You have the little arrow at the corner of the screen, so I can see they're over like the other side of the circle bit in the middle, and then I will teleport round, go round with Shadowburn and stun them before they even know like I'm there. I'm not sure whether I'm even off their screen. I probably am, and yeah, it's brilliant for that. So yeah, catch them all out with that. Because currently Wizards are struggling in the arena, the Colosseum for PvP. So I'm also going to be doing a video soon. I'm not sure if I mentioned about Wizards in PvP, and going to try and give some tips about what to do. Because yeah, I heard they are struggling, and I know all classes feel like they're underpowered and all that kind of stuff. But apparently in the data, Wizards are struggling the most. So as a wizard myself, I'm going to try and help out. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you learned something in this video, and just to quickly say, with the evolution material farming, Executioner Camp I find the best. Some people like to do Brightwall Gates because they say they get quite a few jewels from it. However, actually, I think get just as many from Executioner Camp. That's because this guy here, this big guy here, he drops jewels often, and then the other teleport you can get on this guy here, there's another big guy here, and he has a good chance at jewels. So yeah, I would pick Executioner Camp above all else because it's fast. But yeah, there are viable other options of Brightwall Gates. You can test that out if you want. So that's it from me. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.